All right. Hey guys, welcome back to the Underground. This is Interactive Chat, Volume 41, our weekly Solo Man podcast where we talk about all the latest and greatest with PSVR2. And of course, I had to take a little break, just taking a little break from my No Man's Sky guide that I've been working my ass off on, I should say. Yes, it is still being made, and it's coming along nicely, though. Wow, I did not realize, how difficult this guide was going to be to make. I've recorded probably over 10 hours of footage for it so that I can give like detailed instructions on several things. But it is coming along nicely, man. And it is, I'll tell you what, the best part about working on a No Man's Sky guide is the moments where I get to actually go and play No Man's Sky to record footage. That's a lot of fun because I'm just like, I just want to be playing. I just want to play. No more editing, please. But no, it's been a lot of work. But it's been a blast to work on. It's almost done. I'm actually hoping to have it done. I'm going to try to finish it tomorrow night and post it first thing in the morning Saturday. That is the game plan. I appreciate y'all's patience. But I want this to be good and I really care a lot about it. So, I want it to be really, really good and helpful and useful for a lot of people for years to come, that are going to be picking up PSVR 2 in the future and get No Man's Sky, because lots of people are going to be picking it up after the update. That's for damn sure. Before we get into the news, let me say what is up to Silver Nexus, who is present, says here, Mark Smith, Blue Jew, the Underground Game Cat, took a break from her nap to say what's up. Hello, Elite Name Squad in the house. Jason Ewing, good to see you. Ben L of the Game Cat Army, Dan Kiefer, Mark, Poppin, Pringles, Leaf, Looper, the Underground Game Cat. Good to see you, man. Scott, the PSVR Game Cat for life. All of you, Gamer Tag, what is up, dude? All of you. So awesome to see you. I missed y'all, man. I missed y'all after taking a hiatus last week to work on the video. And man, it has been, like I said, super fun to be working on that video stuff. Can't wait to share it. But I had to take a break from it for tonight to give myself not only a breather, but there's lots of news to go over, which is what we are about to as well. Yeah, man, I miss live streaming. I miss all this shit, but I literally, guys, no joke, I've been going to work, coming home, working on the No Man's Sky guide until like 1 a.m. I got like 4 hours of sleep. It was a terrible idea. I've hardly slept this week or last week. I worked on it all weekend, so I promise you I'm working my ass off on it to make sure it's really good. Big shout out to Orseek, the Game Cat, my dude, who purchased an official Underground PSVR Underground t-shirt from the store. It's streamlabs.com/PSVR Underground. Zero profit there. It is just for sharing and making cool stuff. And let me say, I may be biased, but that shirt kicks ass. So good pick. I like the shirt. The t-shirt and the hoodie are the best things on the store. And they're dirt cheap and they're kick ass. I highly recommend, if I don't say so myself. Oh, plug. Anyways, guys, what is up, man? Good to see you. What is everybody talking about playing these days? Well, I'll tell you, Alvo just came out today. We're going to be reviewing that. No, I'm sorry. It's not going to be a full review. It's going to be my first impressions, because I haven't spent enough time with it on PSVR 2 yet, but I have spent a significant amount of time with it. Yeah, you're going to want to hear about it because it's pretty interesting. Down and Out came out, I think, today also, and it's trash. It's almost so bad. I could see it making for a really fun stream just because of how bad it is. Hopefully I get to do another Saturday Night Live stream sometime in the near future. We reawaken that bad boy. And yeah, we could have some fun with that. It is god awful, almost to the point of hilarity. No, it is pretty hilarious how bad it is. C-Smash got an update, which I have not had time to check out yet, but I look forward to that. Of course, been playing No Man's Sky, been playing some Crossfire with my dude, Awesome Tatum. Shout out to Awesome Tatum. Spoiler alert, he really is that awesome. But man, yeah, lots of good shit going on. Of course, the Firewall got an update today, which I'm interested in checking out. That game has been honestly one of the biggest disappointments so far. So I'm really, really wanting to enjoy that game again, and I hope to be able to. They patched the matchmaking. Hopefully, it's fixed now. I don't know. I haven't played it yet. No, let's Ryan, my metal feline friend. What is up, dude? So that's just a bit of the news going around lately. Lots of news today. Obviously, Sony had their state of play. Was not expecting much. And we got some decent stuff from there. We're going to break that down. A couple new games on sale. Lots of randomness, man. Lots of random stuff going on. But some good stuff. At the end of the day, PSVR2 is doing well, it seems, and it's got some good stuff. Man, I'm telling you, the No Man's Sky update brought some new life back into this bad boy. We now have 3 AAA hybrid games on the system for the first 8 months or so, 7 months, wherever we're at now. That's not bad. First year having 3 AAA hybrids, are off to a good start, and let me tell you, it's only going to get better because redacted. I'm just kidding. But anyways, yeah, man, good to see you guys. Tonight's going to be a loosey-goosey show. Definitely going to be, we got some really huge news to talk about. But definitely keeping it casual tonight. I just missed y'all, and I missed live streaming, and I had to do something tonight to have some fun and to say hello, let you guys know I'm still alive. I'm surviving the No Man's Sky guide, although it has almost broken me a few times because of how freaking big that game is. But no, I can't wait, man. So let's go ahead and kick things off with the news. And we got a release date. We're going to have our own state of play right here, right now. And the first state of play event, Endeavor 1 and Skydance are bringing us Arashi, Castles of Sin, the final cut, a remastered PSVR 1 game that came out way late on the PSVR's life cycle. Ninja goodness coming to us November 16th. We got a new trailer. We got a release date of November 16th. And guys, now look, is this game like one of the greatest games ever made? No. Is it really good? I think so. I think it's a really good game. Here's what you can expect with Arashi Castles of Sin. A great feudal Japan setting with excellent stealth, a freaking amazing dog that you can, Haru, wolf that you can scratch and sick on people to hunt down people and dig up items for you. This game is going to be an interesting one, man. I'm really, really actually very happy about this release. Dan Kiefer says it best, Tenchu VR. It is very much like a Tenchu VR kind of game. Haru! But yeah, man, I thoroughly enjoyed this game. It's got a couple flaws, I would say, that hold it back from being it's that close to being like a top 5, top 10 game. Mainly the sword fighting combat. Like, it's got really fun stealth gameplay, and it has excellent level design. Like, really, it's maybe not something that everybody will notice, but I noticed it, and the level design here is awesome. And it plays really well with the game. But there's amazing level design, I would say. I'm interested to see how this one looks on next gen hardware. I was hoping for like a super remastered, all the bells and whistles thing. I don't know if we're going to be getting that, but it's a solid game at the very least. At the very least, it is a very solid game, and I'm thrilled to have it. Again, this is one of the things I said about, if we're not going to have backwards compatibility, the next best thing would be to have like upped resolution game, game with like, enhanced graphics, enhanced haptics, things like that. And I think they're gonna I think that they're gonna have. I don't think this is gonna be a huge remaster. This is just speculation, by the way. But this game really didn't need that much, to be honest with you. It just needed a slight resolution bump, little graphics here and there, stuff, and to still remain a relevant title that is worth playing and having a lot of fun with. It's a good 6-hour campaign. And yeah, man, this was one of my top rated games of 2021, I think. I think it was 2021. Yeah, if you love samurai style games and stuff, like, you're going to like this a lot. Don't go in expecting the best sword combat ever, but there's still a kick-ass lengthy game for a good price. And I cannot wait to jump back into this one. I can't wait to see the environments and everything with the graphics and whatnot. Alvo VR is in the chat tonight. What is up, guys? Congrats on your release, man. I've got some apologizing to do to you guys in a little bit. Stay tuned. It's the headliner of the show, so it's gonna be it's gonna be a minute before we get into Alvo. But yeah, man. Yeah. Anyways, November 16th, another game added to the November list. Okay. But let's see. Looking forward to that. I was trying to remember what is the other November game that got announced. Somebody in the chat will remind me. There was, I think I covered it last show about the first announced game of November. Alvo VR says, check out the names on the pit map. You might recognize a few. No shit. Really, I love that pit map, by the way. It's so nice and colorful and looks really nice. I haven't played it with a ton of players yet, though. I've only played it with a few. But anyways, we'll get into Alvo in a little bit. Like I said, it's the headline. Vampire Masquerade Justice. Thank you, Looper. I knew I could count on you. That's going to be, so November looking pretty good so far. I imagine we'll get some more announcements by then. November, so far we got Vampire, which is November 2nd, says Sanador to the Game Tiger. Thank you so much. November 2nd, and then Arashi, Castles of Sin, the final cut, November 16th. So November filling out a little bit. We'll see if we get any other surprises. I guarantee you we probably will. But all right, so moving on, Fast Travel Games announced, we're going to just touch base on this one, really, not go too deep into it. Fast Travel Games announced a new game that I think they're just publishing, but it's called Mannequin, and it's like a multiplayer social deduction game with a little bit more of like a more realistic aesthetic than something like Among Us. You know, Among Us is very cartoony. This has been a genre that has what up, Endeavor One. Good to see you guys, man. Cannot wait to jump back into Arashi and see Haru in high definition. Really, I am really excited to play that game. You know, like I said, the game is really good, and yeah, man, I'm proud of y'all for bringing it to PSVR2. Thank you. But anyways, Mannequin is being published by Fast Travel Games. There's been this like rise of these kinds of games. I'm trying to think again, you might have to help me with the name. There's been a lot of these multiplayer games where it's literally just like team-based social deduction or team-based like PvP where you kill each other. Stuff like, I think it started with like Friday 13th, and then there's that really popular horror game. Why can't I think of the name? It eludes me. Somebody will remind me. The really popular horror game where somebody plays as like the 80s movie sci-fi or 80s movie killer, and then other people play as like the characters or whatever. Dead by Daylight. Thank you, the head bite. Dead by Daylight. You know, ever since these games, they're starting to become more popular. I think, due for a couple reasons. I mean, the important thing is that they need to have good gameplay, a fun experience at the core of it. This Mannequin game is these kinds of games, let me say, are not really my cup of tea. These aren't really something that I'm super into. But that being said, I like the idea of it. I like that it's something a little bit different. And it does seem like it could be a cool time. You know what I am into is I am into sci-fi. I love the sci-fi aliens versus humans here. There's basically a game loop. I think it's 3 agents versus 2 mannequins, which basically are the aliens that they can pretend to be like frozen bodies and stuff in the environment. You get this is just a cinematic trailer, but you get kind of a thing. He's using this technology here. The agents have tech. The aliens have this like stealthiness where they can sneak around, and then it's this cat and mouse game, right? There's also like these power plants or something where the aliens can attack these to reveal the enemy's locations, but the humans or whatever can also set up booby traps at these locations and stuff. So seems like some nice little game loop mechanics here. It will be interesting to keep an eye on this. It's coming in 2024, so it's a little bit a ways away. But like I said, I'm not really into these types of games, but I'm willing to give it a chance, of course. And it looks like it could be promising. Let's see here, but yeah, man. And hearing some good things from Miles from Gamertag, it sounds like people are liking it so far. So looking forward to this one, man. Also, I'm very much, well, luckily Vampire Masquerade Justice is coming out sooner because that's more my type of speed. But like I said, I like what I'm seeing here. So today at the Sony State of Play that was, just basically came out of nowhere, came out of left field. We didn't expect much. They said they're third-party things. I was honestly expecting a Journey to Foundation and Foglands, release date, release window, maybe some more gameplay for Foglands. That's kind of where I was putting my money on, and I was wrong. But I think we still got some 2 pretty cool announcements. Let's go ahead and break down the first one, which is, of course, Ghostbusters VR by Dreams. I'm so happy to finally see this guy with a PSVR2 headset instead of a Quest. I don't know why. The inner fanboy in me, I guess. But we finally got a good look at some gameplay, a little bit better look at what to expect with this. And this gameplay looks right off the bat definitely a lot better than the Quest version that was like, just has all the life sucked out of it. No lighting, no nothing. They've said that with the PS5's power, that they've been able to add more effects to the game. There's something really, really that caught my eye here, and that is eye tracking. So eye tracking, I think, is the most important and the greatest feature of the PSVR2 so far. I think it's the best feature, especially when used properly. And I'm thrilled to see the addition of eye tracking here, where you can, this is a multiplayer game. It's a 4-player co-op game where you're in San Francisco. You're a new squad of Ghostbusters. You're taking down the Ghost Lord, or I think his name is, or something. It's a dumb name, but it sounds more like a Scooby-Doo enemy than a Ghostbusters enemy, but it's whatever. But anyways, the game still, I'm still not like crazy about this cartoon aesthetic. But I don't know. Here's the thing. At the end of the day, what we've learned is that Dreams makes really fun games. They can have flaws, they can have problems, they can have lack of content. They still are usually really, really fun and pretty good games overall. So I like the chances of this being a fun time for most people. There's a lot of games that are associated with a big IP, big popular IP. And I'm just saying, of all the studios, like Dreams is one of the ones that I would want a big IP that a lot of people, myself included, care about, to have the keys to and driving for making this one. So there's little things that I'm seeing, like I said, that, you know, I'm not thrilled about, like mostly just the cartoony nature of it. Obviously, it's got to be able to run on the Quest as well. I would have hoped for more of a realistic looking thing, but like I said, at the end of the day, Dreams makes pretty good games, so I'm pretty excited about this. There is something though about this that I need to address here. So like I said, pretty cool that they have eye tracking, that where you can see your friend's eyes move around. I love that. That is a super immersive feature and a super cool use of the tech. I think it's awesome. They've got new lighting. They said the PlayStation 5's power also enabled a number of ethereal ghost effects that evoke the movies. Okay, I mean, they're, you know, whatever. But anyways, there's headset haptics, which is cool. If you get hit, there's headset haptics. The mini puffs that are in the game, you can squeeze them and they squish with the adaptive triggers and stuff. So nice, definitely utilizing taking advantage of the PSVR2 features, the PS5 features, which is nice. And yeah, man. Oh, and the most important part is that we have an official release date of October 26th. Dude, October is stacked. Now, it's not all sunshine and roses here, because I gotta address something. Pretty cool. Like I said, I'm expecting this game to be good, so no worries there. There's one thing that I do kind of feel compelled to call Dreams out on here, though. The game is officially ready, or is officially live for pre-order. Pre-orders have gone live. Never pre-order anything, guys, without reviews first. That's rule number one, except for Hellsleeper. That's becoming an inside joke now. But yeah, obviously, I'm just saying that there's a pre-order. I'm not saying to pre-order it. Do I think it's a safe pre-order? Yes, honestly, but still, you might want to wait for reviews on this one because it might not have the depth. Here's the thing, though, that kind of bothers me. Let's take a look here. We've got the store page. There's two different versions you can pre-order. There is a PlayStation Plus discount that's not showing here because I'm not signed in. The game is, so Dreams really likes this price point of $34.99. That seems to be their sweet spot. But then there's also the deluxe edition, which is called the full containment edition. Now, if you look at the thing, this thing is $54.99. Woo-wee! Dreams. Have you lost your mind? No, I kid, but here's the thing, man. You know, I think deluxe editions have really gone downhill in quality. But there's something here that I find even more baffling. Now, at least, and now in their defense here, which I'm not defending, I would stay far away from this deluxe edition. If anything, I'd be eyeballing this one with the discount. I think it comes to like $30 maybe. But here's what the full containment edition includes: 4 equipment skins, 10 additional playable avatars, Slimer Hunt feature and collectible. I don't know what that means. And then just additional bonus content. What the hell, man? If you're going to sell stuff, at least say what it is. Like what? Like who does that? Who just says, "Oh, just trust us. There's additional content if you pay the $54.99." Good God, Dreams. I love you guys, but you're killing me here. Now, this is a lot of content. This is the other thing that bothers me is like a lot of this content here. I feel like this should be in the game. Like they're really, this is rubbing me the wrong way, guys. This is rubbing me the wrong way. 4 equipment skins. How about you let me earn some equipment skins by playing the game? and unlocking that. Here we go. Looking to make, so there's this Containment Edition, get the game, 6 months of upcoming DLC. Okay, guys, look. Again, I love End Dreams. But anytime I have ever, which is like once in the past, anytime I've ever done and bought into this 6 months of upcoming DLC, it is garbage. They give you, this is how you end up with like horse armor and shit. Again, I'm gonna definitely be buying this game or get a review key. I'm gonna be playing the shit out of it at launch, probably, unless there's like a million other things, which there kind of is. I will definitely be playing this game at or around launch, and really, really looking forward to it. But I do not like all of this nickel and diming I'm seeing here. And yeah, man, like I want this content in the, how about you give me this content in the game, and then you add shit after. Don't lock it behind day one DLC and then promise 6 months of additional content. I mean, what is that, guys? What have we become? What have we come to? That being said, guys, again, I love End Dreams, and I think they make really fun games. But yeah, man, I don't know. I'm looking forward to playing this. Love the addition of eye tracking. Yeah, I'm looking forward to checking it out, but I hope it's good. I hope it doesn't suck, because I don't know. It's going to be better than the other Ghostbusters game, at least. The one that I refuse to acknowledge its existence. I just had to call out some of the pre-order stuffs there. I'm not happy about that. But I don't know. What are you going to do? People are going to buy it because it's called, people are going to buy it because it's Ghostbusters. Maybe. Most likely, I would imagine. Anyways, but that was far from the big news we got from for today. We finally got an official gameplay trailer for Resident Evil 4. Let's go, you guys. Coming this winter, we got a brand new look at it, and it is looking good, man. They did post a PlayStation blog article with this. I read through some of it. There wasn't really much to go on. The biggest thing that stood out to me is that, to break it down, they basically talked about how their experience with Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil Village taught them a lot. What I love seeing here is the immersive VR mechanics here. Things like the sniping, things like the dual wielding. There's a nice array of weapons in Resident Evil 4, and it'll be really, really fun to play. Guys, this is, I mean, how is this not the most anticipated upcoming game? Like, you know, like I love, there's so many games I'm excited about. I just feel like this is obviously the big one, like the biggest one to be excited about. I love, there's actually quite a lot I'm excited about, but yeah, man, they've added the knife in the game, where you can actually, you know, control it manually or whatever. You can use it in your left hand or right hand. This is one thing I thought was kind of cool, is with the knife, you can, and they show it right there, you can actually parry attacks if you time it just right, which is really, really cool. I like that, adding a little bit of, you know, polish, not just slapping it into VR, but actually polishing it up for VR a little bit. It's going to be really important for a fight that they briefly show. I don't want to say any spoilers. There is a significant knife battle in the game, though. I guess that is kind of a spoiler, maybe. I don't know. I'm sorry if it is. The game's been out for freaking 20 years. If you don't know. Anyways, but dude, all of the great, like, Resident Evil games are just, they just are amazing in VR, and they translate so well. All they have to do is just add the VR mechanics, like manual reloads, which you see on full display here. They've got full manual reloading, you know, the more interactive knife, the dual wielding, all this stuff here. And I hope this one looks even better than Village does. Village looks amazing, but I'm hoping, because this is a newer game that came after, it'll probably look about the same as Village, which I will be more than happy with, because Village looks freaking stunning. But yeah, man, huge news coming this winter, they say. Have no idea what that means. I'm guessing that means early 2024 still. I could see this being like a January release or something. Maybe they try to do it like, maybe this is part of their big push. Again, Sony's not the best at marketing, if you haven't heard. They're not, they can tell us something and they leave us with 8 more questions for every one thing they tell us. So yeah, it's obviously it would be nice to get a big winter Christmas time push for PlayStation VR 2. Unfortunately, we only know it's coming this winter. That being said, I'm excited because it's coming this winter, and that is honestly, for me, that's already invested in VR. That is plenty to know that it's coming soon, and really excited. So that is awesome, man. Super cool. One of my most anticipated games, no doubt. And yeah, this will mark, I guess, the 4th PSVR 2 AAA hybrid within the first year. I mean, look, man, Sony may not be good at messaging and marketing, but here's the reality: is that this is within 1 year. This is going to be our 4th AAA hybrid game in PSVR 2. That's a big deal. That's not common. I know people are spoiled and entitled these days. Listen, that's not very common for a first year of any console or anything. That's pretty good, all I'm saying. And it's only going to get better. Pretty cool shit, man. So I'm super excited. I'm fired up if you can't tell. Yeah, man. Let's see here. But they also announced some DLC for it. That DLC is not going to be VR, but that I don't really care. Would it be nice? Yes. Do I need it? No, I don't need it. I would like to eventually see one of these like Resident Evil Mercenary mode or something. I would like to try it out. I think I've got it on the Quest 2 version. I have no idea what the Mercenaries mode is, but if it's fun, then it's something I absolutely would like to see come to PSVR 2 as well. Have a little multiplayer Resident Evil game. That'd be pretty sweet, man. No complaints here for sure. But yeah, man, cannot wait. One of the most anticipated titles, another AAA VR hybrid, and it's Resident Evil 4. Like, this game was not one of my favorites on the flat version, but playing it in VR on the Quest 2 was awesome. And this is like, I can only imagine this is going to be like amazing. This could very well be the best game on PSVR 2 when it comes out. Absolutely easy chance. It's already considered one of the best games on consoles, the remake that is. So I like the chances, man. I don't pre-order anything except for Resident Evil 4. You don't really have to because it's out. It'll be coming in a free update. Can't wait for the manual reloads, all the VRAF mechanics. Looking at this trailer, some of the enemy types. I'm interested in the sniping. I don't recall Oh, wait. Yeah, I do. The sniping, okay, there was some sniping in there. There's the lake monster. That'll be an interesting mode to see. Interesting sequence of events. Dan Keeper says, "Wait, did you play it on GameCube or something?" I did play it on GameCube. What are you telling me? This whole time I didn't care about Resident Evil 4 too much because I was playing the bad version of it? I had no idea. What was the difference, Dan? What was the difference between the GameCube version? Because yeah, I played it on GameCube at a friend's house, like every single day, and I was like, yeah, it's all right, but it's not one of my favorites. I had no idea there was something horribly wrong with the GameCube version. Jeez, I was using a crappy GameCube controller. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I like the GameCube. A little bit, not much. I like Double Dash, Mario Kart Double Dash, and Time Splitters 2. There's some good games on there. R.I.P. Anyways, guys. So now it is time, of course, to get into the main event of the evening. And that is Alvo has released today. I've got some gameplay footage. Now, disclaimer, I recorded this footage literally 20 minutes before the show. It starts out a little rough for like the first minute or two, but then I get cooking. I played this a bit before launch, just mainly with whoever happened to be online. And then like, I think there was like sometimes some bots and stuff. There was actually a couple people, cause there's the beta, the way you should release a multiplayer only game so you can fix issues and let players report feedback and bugs and shit. Yeah, not off to a good start here. I spawned and died, but don't worry, it gets better. That was just a bad luck start. But so yeah, man, Alvo has released today on PlayStation VR 2. And of course, this came out a couple years ago on PSVR. And right off the bat, the game looks pretty nice. It's very sharp, very clear, big resolution bump. And yeah, man, like this is a game that I honestly, leading up to launch, have not been super excited about. I don't know why. I guess I don't know. Something wasn't fitting with working with me with this game. Even though I enjoyed it, it wasn't like a good pick up and play. But let me tell you, man, I think they've done an actually pretty excellent job of bringing this to PSVR 2. And I'm pretty proud of the guys over here. They've done a great job. This game, it comes day one. It's very, very polished right off the bat. There's not like I didn't experience, really any bugs or anything. It's got full manual reloads, which I absolutely love. And what I love also is that PSVR 2, again, within just the first few months, has a pretty nice variety of first-person shooters. This is a genre that we were like freaking starving for. And we've already got a pretty decent selection, but here's the best part is they all offer something a little bit different. This one, I would say Alvo is a little bit closer to Pavlov. But it may not have like some of it doesn't have like as deep of game modes and stuff. But it is, as advertised, it is super, super fast paced. You are constantly playing. I mean, that's been the bread and butter of Alvo from the get-go, is like, you can just quickly get going in this. And it is just round after round after round. You die, you're instantly back in the action. If you like fast-paced, shooters and stuff, then you are going to like this. And here's the best part. If you own the game originally, it is only a $5 upgrade. And then I think if you never owned it, I think they only charged like maybe $20 for the game. It might be 25. I think it's 20. That is really good, man. It is nice to see some good stuff here. Now, what I will say, let me get maybe some of the bad stuff out of the way, which is not really that bad, honestly. Alvo, I think, is a really, really good kind of budget shooter. Like it has a lot of nice qualities to it. They've revamped the progression system, which I'm so happy about now, because that was one of my complaints when it launched. Was I'm like, this progression system sucks. Like I played for 2 hours at launch and I had everything. Your save file, your experience, everything rolls over to the PS5 version. Yeah, man, I've got a bunch of, I have like, so I started the game. I'm already level 15. I've got a bunch of cash to spend. I don't know about you guys, but I'm usually like, I like to hoard cash. And by the way, I start going on absolute rampages here in just a little bit. But man, I mean, they knocked it out of the park with this in terms of just like providing a fast-paced, fun, quality, polished experience. Like I said, it is a budget title. It is a smaller team of devs, so it is an indie title, but it's a very, very good indie title. I'm very pleased with this so far. And it's just a lot of fun to pick up and play. And honestly, it gave me this little bit of nostalgia of jumping in there with some of these people right here, these fine people you see. And they were just like really nice. It really reminded me of like, it reminded me of what I love about VR, where you have these games and stuff with these communities and people that play them and interactions. And like it's a smaller, VR is obviously a lot smaller. The community's smaller. So like you get more like real people. Like you get less people that are there just to troll. And I had a pleasant experience just talking with these people while playing, while we're shooting the crap out of each other. We're giving each other some tips and hints and stuff. And, you just love to see stuff like that, man. I start going on a real tear. This is all my gameplay from literally 20 minutes before the show. This game, I believe, is cross-platform. I believe so. The PS4 version is cross-play with Quest 2. This game, if it's not there yet, it probably will be in the future. Maybe. I don't know. I know the cross-platform stuff is a pain in the ass. But yeah, man, really, really smooth experience and really smooth gameplay. There's a lot to unlock and do in here. I'm just playing in the free-for-all mode. The controls feel excellent. They feel really, really good and intuitive. They've obviously fine-tuned a lot of this stuff using the beta testing, the player feedback and stuff. And yeah, man, it just feels good. Especially after the huge, and I'm not just going to shit all over Firewall, but, but let's face it, Firewall's launch was an absolute disaster and is a super disappointment. So it was really refreshing to jump in here and just have everything is smooth. It looks nice. It plays nice. It is very, very solid. I love how I just laid that dude out flat. Yeah, I start to go on kind of a tear here. I think I was on second this round. The next round, I think I go like 33 and like 5. But yeah, man, it's just really, really refreshing to have a game that just doesn't launch with all the day one jank. I think, as my buddy Wes from Virtual Strangers, who I saw you in the chat, always likes to say, there's day one jank. There's like no day one jank here, which is really nice. Everything is working, everything is smooth, and it's really, really nice. There's a nice array of guns and stuff in the game. It's funny too, because there's a grenade that you can use. You can pull it off your chest, and they fine-tuned that a little bit. And like, I picked up the grenade, and it's got this kind of like line, this like dotted line. I don't know why, on your left hand. And I was like trying to think. It took me a minute to figure out how to use the grenade, and I'm like, because I've been playing Firewall and stuff, and I'm like, how do you use the grenade? Do you pull the pin or whatever? And I'm sitting there with this line pointing, and then I like just tested it, and I just threw it, and it blew up, and I felt like such a dummy. I'm like, oh yeah, you just have to throw the grenade to use it. That's it. Distracted the game cat, or distracted, I should say, I guess the former game cat, says Alvo does movement the best. Alvo's movement system is excellent. I love that there's jumping. I love that there's sliding. That is a lot of fun. The jump button is on the right joystick if you press it in, and it took a minute to kind of, the controls maybe took me a couple minutes to figure out, but I do like what they got here. I think they're very intuitive. I love manual reloading, man. I mean, manual reloading is like a staple for VR. It's like, to me, that's, again, not to knock on Firewall too much, but it's like, how do you not think of that? Like throwing grenades with your eyes and button presses for, like, what is this? This is not VR. Alvo is clearly fully designed with VR in mind, and takes full advantage of all the things we love about VR games. The manual reloading feels really good. Look, there you see me using it constantly. The manual reloading feels really good. Everything. The gameplay is excellent. So really, really enjoying my first impressions with Alvo, man. And like I said, I feel I don't have to do this, but I feel like I should give the devs and the team and Steve a little bit of an apology for kind of overlooking overlooking this, like thinking like, I've seen Alvo, I've played it, I don't really care anymore. I really want to actually jump back into this and have some fun. You know, I think it's a great quick pick up and play, jump in for a few rounds, shoot some stuff, talk with some cool people. That has been my experience so far. So, and then not to mention the $5 upgrade, the clear resolution, you know, really, really good first impressions with Alvo so far. Ezekiel L. I find this, I see this question every time there's a multiplayer game. I see this question every single time, and I'm always like, it always intrigues me. I'm like, why? But that's not a slight at you, Ezekiel, Zeke, but he says, can you play Alvo offline solo? I don't know if you can play it solo. You can play against bots, but why? Don't play against bots, man. Like, to me, that's like how you make the game boring. Like, the fun is playing against people. If you don't like talking to people, you can turn off the audio. There is a setting for that. You can mute your mic. You can turn off the thing. These games, you know, really, I only recommend playing games that actually have like designed modes for single player to play those. Crossfire is definitely the big game to play solo. If you want to play a game solo, it's Crossfire. SB, I know. I'm like, he says, some people like to learn the maps before trying online. I understand. Just trust me here when I say, look, if you want to warm up a little bit against bots, sure. But just jump in. Like, just jump in, start playing with people. People will be happy to share you tips. Oh, this is where thing. I just look, just play with people, man. This game, yeah, you can play it against bots, but I don't recommend it. I think it's not good against bots, nor is, you know, most games this is designed to be a PvP game. But yeah, man, I understand. I'm not trying to give you guys a hard time, but I just, you know, I'm a single player guy first before a multiplayer guy. But I don't prefer like taking a multiplayer game and then ripping the multiplayer out of it. Like, I feel like that breaks the game, breaks the experience. But I feel you guys, man. If you want a solo game, if you want a single player game, get Crossfire, man. You'll have this cannon fodder AI with you, but he'll take some of the shots for you. But you can play the full squad based missions and the single player story mode with Crossfire. If you want single player, that's what I would recommend. I highly recommend if you play Alvo, just jump in, talk with some of the community people. Look, even some of this is how, even the people that were playing that were saying, you know, they know that it was funny. We were kind of talking about Firewall while we were playing, but everybody wasn't just shitting on it. This is what I like to see, man. This is what I think how you build great communities is like everybody in here, they were like, I love Firewall, but yeah, it's disappointing. It's got issues. We don't want to overlook the issues. Like, you know, they were criticizing Firewall, but they weren't like shitting on it, just saying like it sucks, blah, blah, blah. Even though, you know, that is the low hanging fruit, obviously. It was more just like pleasant conversations with people and stuff and playing. And it was really cool. It was a lot of fun. But the head bite says, Raul, oh, Raul. Raul is a meme at this point. F you, Raul. Yep. Yeah, Raul sucks. That's your partner in Crossfire Sierra Squad. But yeah, man, I think for value, like I said, this is a very, very, very solid budget title, multiplayer shooter. If you want a multiplayer shooter, this is definitely one that I would recommend in addition to Pavlov and, Crossfire. Like I said, Crossfire is good if you have either want to play it solo or have a squad mate. You really want to play with a squad mate there. But if you just like online PvP, I think Pavlov and Alvo are definitely the best so far. Firewall, that might change after some updates. It did get an update today. I haven't played it yet. So that'll be interesting to monitor. But at least at this time, I think Pavlov and Alvo are really where it's at. What I would recommend most checking out. And then maybe Firewall once it gets a little patched. Hopefully it does, because the truth is, all these games offer something different. Alvo is definitely the king of like fast-paced run and gun, keep going, keep you playing constantly, good progression system, some decent game modes in here. Pavlov is just a ton of fun. It's a great social multiplayer game with some great game modes. Both of these have great manual reloading, great graphics, and yeah, just really, really solid, man. I do love the sliding mechanic in this game. Here's where I'm going on absolute tear. I think I'm top of the leaderboards here. Yes. This was here. Let me full screen this guy so you guys can see some good old fashioned kick-ass gameplay. And again, shout out to the people I was playing with that were really cool. Let's full screen this bad boy so you can get a good look at some gameplay here. And like I said, man, the game looks excellent. Here, let's see. I'd put the audio here, but because I recorded other players. But yeah, man, this is, of course, the town. No, this is the house map. This is a really, really good map. One of the originals. It was actually really refreshing to jump back in and to get to play some of my favorite maps on this. It was a lot of fun to jump back in and get to experience these again. Almost nostalgic. Almost. It's not that nostalgic because it's not that old for me, but it was definitely pretty nice to come in here and just absolutely slaughter these fine people that were really cool. But yeah, man, manual reloads, everything you like to see. So super awesome, man. Like I said, big congrats to Team Alvo, you guys out there, man. You guys are awesome for bringing this over to PSVR2 and for some of the work that you did. I think right there, I was trying to figure out how to use my perks. This is mostly the closest Call of Duty style multiplayer shooter, I would say. You know, when it comes to Pavlov, I feel like the search and destroy mode, or is it search and destroy? The Counter-Strike like mode, the TTT. I feel like those are the highlights. I don't really like team deathmatch in Pavlov. This is by far, this is the best team deathmatch multiplayer game so far. When it comes to just like a shooter or whatever, this is the best team deathmatch, free for all, stuff like that. Pavlov, like I said, Pavlov's better looking. It has better a couple different modes, like I said, TTT and stuff. TTT. What are the other ones? That like alien one that's really, really fun. But I think this takes the edge when it comes to just regular team deathmatch, because there's also a progression system. There's a reason to keep playing and keep playing. Not only is it fun, but you get to work towards something, which is nice. There's lots of skins for your character. They've also brought the zombie mode, which I'm not going to be able to show gameplay here, but they brought the zombie mode back, and the zombie mode is pretty good. I will say the zombies are looking really janky in their animations in this game. The zombies do not look impressive. I don't think any of these games have pulled off really a good zombie mode just yet. I would say that Alvo has the best of the bunch, has the best zombie mode. It's actually pretty fun where you capture these points and then you fight off the hordes of zombies. There's really only one big criticism I have of the zombie mode in this game, and that is the zombies just look kind of janky. They run at you like cartoon characters, and they look goofy as fuck, and they look bad. but the gameplay, I will say, despite the zombies looking janky in this game, the gameplay of the zombie mode is actually really good. And it's got the Call of Duty style progression system to it, which is nice. But yeah, man, so off to a good start for Alvo. I would say, like I said, I think they did right by the community here. It was a lot of fun playing with these folks today, and shout out to you guys in there. Yeah, man, not too bad, not too bad. Well done. A tip of the beanie, a good value, good polished, solid budget game. Really, really good stuff, man. Much improved from the launch on PSVR 1 originally. This game has come a long way. And you can tell they've put a lot of hard work, a lot of heart and soul into it, to make it up to pretty good standards. So really excited to check this one out more. Hopefully I find the time, because I want to play it some more. We are getting bombarded with games left and right, it seems. It is hard to keep up, man. Hard to keep up. But I hope to maybe this weekend we'll do an Alvo stream, and you cats come join me and jump in for some good times here, man. But that is it for today, man. I have got to get back to work on this No Man's Sky guide. That is basically my life now and nothing else. I'm a prisoner of this guide until it's finished. Luckily, it is almost finished. Getting close. There's still a lot of work, but I can kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel. But yeah, man, I'd love to hop in. I need to take some breaks this weekend, so hopefully I'll have the No Man's Sky guide done, and then we can play some games, stream some games, have some fun together. Good to see you, Dead Ringer. Shout out to you and the Dead Ringer Juniors. Yeah, man, looking forward to checking this out with you guys. Awesome that we have a nice array of shooters now on the console and on the headset and stuff, man. But good stuff, guys. I'm going to get back to work. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I know it's a little bit shorter of a show, but I got a lot of work ahead of me still. So just wanted to touch base with you guys. Hopefully can find some time to do like a fun stream at some point. Just thank you guys for being patient, sticking with me here. And yeah, man, keep the good times rolling. And don't buy Down and Out, because that game is garbage. See, anyways, guys, love L. You're the best. I'll see you again very soon, hopefully. And y'all be good, be safe. And yeah, man, maybe when I take some breaks, I'll jump into some Alvo. So maybe I'll see you guys online. Y'all have a wonderful rest of the night. Till next time, I bid adieu. See you soon. Peace out.